Hey, True Nature Medicine Tribe. It is Sarah Jane coming to you from beautiful Cape Town. And instead of looking at my face, I wanted to just give you a beautiful taste of how I get to wake up for the next couple of days. Um, There's the beautiful mountain. And it's a little foggy over there, but there's the city bowl. I'm just enjoying the heat and the beauty of this place that I used to call home. And I just wanted to invite you today to really look at, where are you perhaps not being truthful about what you're experiencing right now? And where are you not tracking? You've got to track so that you can measure, because what you track exponentializes if you are measuring it really, really well. And making an appointment with yourself every day. Being here again, I have a lot of regret. On the other side over there, by that big tower, is the home that I called home for one of the best times of my life, actually. And there's a bit of bittersweet about coming back to Cape Town, because I kind of always felt like I never had choice in how I left, and I never had choice in how radically my life actually changed from making one or two really bad choices. And I know more than anything how much completion is important in moving forward, that we actually have to track our past in order to move forward. And I've got some unfinished business here that I'm ready to finish and complete, even though it's uncomfortable for me, because you never arrive in the present. All we have is the now, and we can't be present with the now if we're not looking at our past and tracking the past and actually looking at, this is all we have, is the now. And how much are we, and this is the question that I was asking myself, is, are you being truthful about what you're experiencing in this moment? That it kind of puts you out of place sometimes when we're so stuck in the past. So title of my rant today was really to look at, what if you're a gift? What if your life could be a gift right now? You get to choose. It can be prosperous if you believe. You can know that the support is there and it's holding you. If you're willing to choose it. Life is always about choice. It's not about chance. And it's what you want, not about luck, ever. Your gifted life is always there for you to take it, and you can't see it if you're living in the past or you're so far out in the future. And I just wanted to say to you, could you just trust that? Who would you be if you didn't fail and you made your own choices? And if you're feeling stuck in your head, it's really, really simple. And it's the one thing nobody does, is get out of your head. The only time that I have ever risen and received over and over and again is when I get out of my head, and when I actually start to look at what is my heart calling me to, and ask also, what is it that I'm deeply, truly afraid of right now? And then I ask my guides and my spirit team, and I ask my wise sage. I'm going to put this here so that you can see it again. But I ask my spirit, my team players, and my wise sage, the one that was with me from the minute that I came out of the birth canal as Joy, to be fully embodied, and to just remember who I was in the past. And what I know is that when I follow my heart, it's not always easy. It's not the easy road, but it's the right road. It's the right road for me. It's the right road for you. And I know it's scary as hell to be vulnerable, to be, stretching outside of your comfort zone into what if I still lived in Cape Town? What if I hadn't lost my life? What if it hadn't turned out the way that it did? It takes acts of courage to look at that and be responsible for the choices, and really track so that you can measure. What do I want to create now? What do I desire now? And when you let everything and anyone else be witness to you believing in who you came here to be, in your true nature, that is where you get to believe your life. Believe in your gifts. Believe into your life. That's where you rise. So I don't know if I'm making sense, but the truth is the truth. So what's true for you doesn't have to be true for anybody else. But would you be willing to tap into your truth and ask yourself, what is it that you truly desire and require right now in this moment that is totally aligned with who you're becoming? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for being here. But yeah, are you willing to get honest, to take time for yourself, to uplift yourself, to look at how can I live into my gifts? Because the greatest gift you can give to the world is to be happy, to live into your own happiness. So what if you just start there? Just take one step, because everybody wants the same thing. The one thing everybody wants, can anyone guess what it is? We just want to have a better life. And the way that you do that is to go back into the past and look at what is it that you truly want. What do you truly desire and require right now? And how can you take one step into courage, into being bold and fierce in your medicine so that you can manifest the life that you desire? It's not a magic trick. It's intentional presence. It's intentionally being in the now by being able to get out of your story, get out of your own way, get out of the waiting, get out of the regret, get out of the past by going into the past, because the past is now. Do one great daring thing and just let yourself stretch and get uncomfortable. And for me, maybe it's about making a phone call to someone that maybe you have a grudge against. For me, that was my ex-husband. I've blamed him for so long. I've been so angry. I've been holding so much resentment. Hi, Stephanie. Against him for how that turn of events created the fact that I don't live in Cape Town anymore. 25 years I lived here. But, would you be willing to stretch out of your comfort zone and make the phone call? Make the phone call and say, hey, you know what? I'm not angry with you anymore. There's some part that still wants to be, but I'm not going to choose to be fueled by the past or being angry at something that's in the past. And I'm willing to take my accountability in how my life changed and how 1 minute it was there and 1 minute it was gone. And I'm not willing to be angry anymore. So what if you could do one simple thing that's going to clear your way? Like making a phone call and showing up and saying, you know what? I'm not angry anymore. Because you'll get phenomenal results when you do that. When you stop wasting energy harboring anger or blame or shame or regret from things that are gone, that you cannot change, that you get to choose to show up in a different way. It's kind of like, I'm not willing to do that anymore. And life gives us these defining moments all the time to make a different choice. So, what if you could just know that the way to get better, the way to have a better life is one step at a time, taking one step, choosing to be expansive, which is the energy of the cockerel, the wakey energy of the 1 year of 2017, and participate. Stop spectating, stop sitting on the sidelines and going into the regret like I was, of looking over there and going, wow, I love that house. I love my life that I have here. But that was then and this is now. And being angry at the circumstances that played out, being angry at my ex-husband is not serving me. It is not in alignment with what I choose to create as my life. So what one little thing can you do to stretch outside your comfort zone today? Hi, Stephanie. Thank you Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that you are. So yeah, take some time today, just as I am, to consider, where are you out of alignment with your truth? Where are you out of alignment with the story that you're telling yourself that's keeping you stuck in what you're experiencing now. And no one ever talks about that. It's quite counterintuitive to, we have to examine the past. We have to learn from the choices that we made. We have to make peace with ourselves. That's how we get to feel better. It's really that simple. So would you be willing to be in a space of expanding and asking for how can it be better than it was today? How can it be better than it was a year ago? How can I choose to participate in creating the greatest version of me that I've come here to be, and let go of everything that is no longer aligned with that? And it's not easy to be truthful, but it is simple. It is really, really simple to take one step and then another step and then another step. It's the power of choice. So, those are what make the defining moments in our lives, that we either get to continue to delay our desires until the future, and we justify and we make up stories and we make it okay to stay in places that are not comfortable or kind or abundant or better for us, when all we need to do is choose a different life. And it's really just a difference of standards, isn't it? A difference of standards and values. So will you give yourself permission to dream greater, and do what you were born to do, to perceive what you want, know what you don't want, and just know everything is a choice. Everything is a choice. And all the shit that you've been through, what hasn't shown up yet, all that is over there, tap into the gratitude of, oh my God, that was a great time of my life, and I learned and I grew and I experienced so much, and that has made me who I am today, just as it's made you who you are today. It doesn't matter where you've been. All that matters is the person that you are choosing to be right now. Who is she, and what are you going to allow her to do? Surrender into that expanded you, the wise you that knows that everything that you have experienced, the crap, the good, the bad, the ugly, has all got you to this point right now where you can believe in yourself and know that it's your birthright to thrive. You might not feel like you're unlimited right now, but the truth is, you are love, and you are a gift, and you have everything that you need. Everything is available to you. It all comes down to two things: your identification of your fears. And for me, fear is just love, imagination, without the love. How can you move into a loving space for yourself to forgive yourself? Forgive yourself, and then go make that call. Do one thing today to let go of the things that are holding you in your past, so that you can actually show up in the now, in the present. That's all we have, is the now. And that's how you get to change. Calling me. When you go to bed tonight, you've changed your past because you showed up and you changed it. So do, whatever you did yesterday defines your future. Look at your results. If you want to know how great your life is, if you want to make your life better, you have to be willing to look at your results. The results don't lie. If you want a better body, you need to go and work at it consistently every single day. If you want to expand your business, if you want to go and buy real estate in Cape Town, what are you going to create and commit to that's going to give you the action steps and the consistent momentum to get what you want? Because we can't meditate or pock and pot ourselves into abundance. It takes consistent action. And if you're not aligned, it doesn't matter how good the programs or how good your business coach is or how good anything is. If you haven't cleared out all the stuff that's holding you back in the wounding of why you don't think you're deserving of success or deserving of happiness. And that's something that I've been considering myself. So look at your results and remember that you create a different past by doing something shocking. So put your comments and questions below. Let me know what is going to shock you, shake you up, wake you up today. One small step that you can take that's going to get you into a place where you're uncomfortable, get you out of your old comfort zone and out of irrational fear, because there are only two types of fear: rational fear and irrational fear. We want rational fear. It keeps our bodies alive. That's why you and I are sitting here having this conversation right now. We want the rational fear, right? Irrational fear keeps you from having the life and the living that you want. And it's all irrational. All the what ifs and all the reasons and justifications and the stories why you can't have a better life. Everyone wants a better life. But you have to be willing to live into, how do I create a better life in the present so that my future is exponentially growing and growing and growing. So call somebody, like I'm going to do with my ex-husband. Call them up. If you have a grudge with someone, go tell him. Go tell him you were angry. You're not angry anymore. Forgive yourself. Forgive them. Tell them, hey, you know what? We did the best that we had with what we had at the moment, and let it go. There's the power from making a small step, like a call like that. Oh my gosh, you know, the win to get you to the next destination, to get you to the next up level of better is so believable that you will be unstoppable and you will have a better life than you are currently experiencing. That doesn't mean that your life is bad, but are you willing to have it better? Are you willing to have it all? Are you willing to believe that it's possible? Are you willing to believe in yourself? Make yourself your number one priority. Start your day out with you in the morning and go into that. So that is your dose of beautiful body mind medicine from Access Your True Nature. Little fierce, but hey, look at this view. It's just unbelievable. And what if you were willing to wake up and feel amazing and lit up and create your reality as the most beautiful landscape of your life? Power of choice is yours. You get to choose. Let me know what you choose, and have a great rest of the day wherever you are. Lots of love.